That doesn't need to be recorded.
That shit would have been so funny. I wish I was recording that.
This headset, like my left ear, does not fit.
Well, why don't you buy your own headset? No? Then shut the fuck up.
You know what? I have some here.
This whole time, he's been bringing his own headphones, and he's just been using...
Oh, no. They're in my computer bag. Sorry.
You're a sack of shit.
I have buds, like what Double D has.
Yeah, those are so much better, though.
You think so?
I think so. I mean, for overall experience, I think.
I think my left ear is bigger than the right one. It's kind of like boobs, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, yeah, everybody has.
You just keep comparing.
Making these terrible analogies?
No, that's fairly. I mean,
That's
every
fair.
breast, there's one is bigger than the other on every woman.
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
I mean, yes. That's...
How about, is it do they say that it's the same with balls, too?
I don't know about that.
Have you ever felt your butt? Like, did you ever give yourself one of those, like,
Test.
to check and see if you have a bump on your nuts?
I don't know how to, like, really...
And what constitutes as a, like...
that's what I'm saying.
Is it like a wart type filling bump, or what kind of bump is it?
I think you should just grab them and just fucking squeeze.
Squeeze the juice
I
out
think
of
you
them.
may need to
Squeeze
get
it.
laid if that's what you do every week to make sure that you're okay.
Nope, no cancer. I think we're good.
No, but is it a lump or a bump?
It's a lump.
What's
They
the
say
difference between a
lump.
lump and a bump?
Yeah, that's
I think a bump is smaller than a lump.
But what if it's a small lump?
Yeah, no, a small bump, not lump. I think a lump is like you know.
but
I
you
think
say, yeah.
I think there's a difference between. I actually moved my finger. That's why Double D agreed. But I think there's a difference between, like, this would be. You get what I'm saying? That's a bump on my thumb,
Okay.
right? I think a lump would be like your Adam's apple is a lump.
Yeah, that's lumpy.
Well, he doesn't have one.
You know what? I
he's a
hate
woman.
Adam's apples. Like, they're fucking horrible. What is the point of us having them?
That's a pet peeve when, like, people are, like, drinking water and then you just
goes
see it
up
up
and
and down.
Them little fucking skinny neck bastards, like, and then their Adam's apple look like they just swallowed a golf ball. Like, get the fuck out of here, you big Adam's apple having bitch. Like, I don't understand.
What is the purpose for it?
It's actually like a tendon type thing that as you go through puberty, it what do I want to do? It goes like this. How would you describe that? Like it starts
Close.
It starts out like flat, I guess, and then for males, it kind
It
of
starts rounding off.
rounding off, and that gives us kind of the deeper voice because women have the same thing. It just doesn't protrude like males
Okay.
They have Eve's apples.
do. Yep.
That's sexually insensitive, Double D. You may not want to say that.
Taking a bite of that good old apple.
But Double D, you got a skinny neck, but you don't have a giant Adam's apple.
Thank you.
I see it a lot more in, like, the white community than, like, the black community.
I do,
like,
too.
Giant fucking Adam's apples.
Oh yeah, like on them skinny, like nerdy white dudes
Yeah.
with real skinny necks. I think it just got. It looked like their neck is like broken.
Yeah, I don't understand.
You
It's
know how
like,
like flamingos have those backwards knees.
it's like if you had a Twizzler and you bent the Twizzler back and you just, like, gave it, like, those flamingos have backwards knees. That was crazy.
That's what their neck looks like.
Like, I don't, like, that's weird to me. Like, that's so disgusting.
It's like an elbow.
Can you stop?
This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now.
No filter.
No filter.
No filter.
No filter.
Welcome to No Filter.
The No Filter,
No filter.
The No Filter Podcast, which is
an EMP network production.
in this show you'll encounter nothing but
Straight talk. No PC.
No PC
No PC consistency
Please note that the
opinions from the host.
are not a reflection of the EMP network. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening,
thanks for opening up your ears and your minds.
and we hope you like this one.
That was nasty. And then your arm cracked when you did it. Like,
Sorry, man. As I get older, I get out of bed and just everything's
you get
cracking.
cracky. Like,
Crack.
sounds like you're pop locking when you wake up.
Yeah. That's me.
Oh man.
When you guys squat, like, do your knees crack?
Yeah, my knees.
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
Oh, it sucks.
Definitely.
Sucks
Yeah.
so bad.
Yeah.
but it doesn't like it's not a hurt crack. It's like
Well, mine is.
yours. Is it?
I have arthritis, bro.
Oh yeah, that is right.
I'll tell you what hurts is sometimes my hip will go.
I remember
not
when
crack,
we were
but
recording a podcast,
Yeah, you remember
and
that?
you popped your fucking hip,
That hurt.
and I heard it through my headphones. So that means my microphone picked it up, and you popped your hip on air.
Yeah.
It was so weird sounding.
It's
My wife does that with her fingers. Like she'll crack it like Bruce Lee. Like, all right, you're not gonna punch anybody. Relax.
Does that bother anybody else whenever people pull their fingers like outward to crack them?
It bothers me when people crack their knuckles in general.
It's cringeworthy, yeah.
Like, why? I just don't understand the point.
Just feels good, I suppose. It releases gas, is what that's doing.
Like, if you go to a chiropractor, they like crack you up, and it feels amazing.
Like going to see a stand-up comic. Crack you up. All right, go to
So
the chiropractor, and there's a stand-up comedian there.
my neck hasn't been the same for maybe 2 years now. Like I used to go to chiropractor all the time, but I can't. I stopped because it was some new guy where I usually go, and he did something, man. And ever since then, I do this like a lot now. Like it's like weird. Like with my neck. I don't know if you guys ever paid any mind, but I'm always like moving my neck and stuff. Like sometimes you see me like gaze at the ceiling because I'm just like.
You think you fucked something up?
Yeah, for sure.
It's like Trump. Do you ever notice how Trump, whenever he stands, he has like
Yeah.
he can't move one side of his neck?
Trump is like 70 years old. That is
73.
Like
Or
73.
maybe 71.
Well, there was this one guy. He actually walked into a dentist's office, and he was like, "Dentist, I think I'm a moth." And the dentist was like, "Then why did you come in here?" And the guy was like, "Because the light was on."
What?
Wow.
I'm in off? Is that
That
what you
was
said?
A
disappointing.
moth.
Oh, a moth. Because the light was on.
I'm so mad. Like we both were like, "What?" And then when you found out it was moth, you just like burst. It was an outburst.
He threw his head back and everything. Double D, I really appreciate that reaction.
Yeah, that's the only one you're going to get. Like,
I really do.
enjoy it.
Have we been bringing ourselves in? Like, have I been bringing us in?
Nope.
I'm going to bring it back then. Hey, guys, welcome to No Filter. I am your host, Remorseless. I'm sitting here with the dick of the dicks, Double D,
What's up?
and the bitch of the dicks, Art.
Silent protest still? He went longer than I went, dude.
I don't
Whoa.
understand it. I don't get it. I don't get it.
It was all because I had to be the bitch of the dicks.
Oh, so okay. So when
Well,
you
you did
silent
used to be a woman.
protest, so when you silent protest, like it's there's a new reason every time you silent protest.
Yeah,
it's not
see,
the same one.
It's not for the same reason.
I thought it was this whole time. I thought it was for one particular thing.
Yeah, because that one time I started laughing when he is
Oh
fucked
yeah,
up.
no, fuck you, remorseless. I remember that because you did it to me too.
Yeah, like, but he's done that multiple times, so
Yeah.
maybe that was probably the same reason. But no, it's for different reasons as
Oh,
to why
okay.
I silent protest.
So collectively, from me and Art, fuck you.
No, but Double D, we already made amends. You can't fuck me after we hold on. Time
Whoa,
out. Time
I don't
out.
think he wants
Everybody
to.
relax.
Nah.
I don't think he wants.
First
to.
off, yes, he does. But everybody relax. Like,
Whoa,
you can't say that after we made amends.
You can't say that ever. Don't say that ever.
What, amends?
No, that you. I
Made?
want to fuck you. Don't.
Not on
Don't.
the mic?
Don't. Okay.
Don't fucking point at me. Don't. Like, who the fuck you think you are?
Hey guys, welcome to the No Filter Podcast. I am Double D. This
Fuck
is
Double D. He's a
All right.
bitch. What were we talking about?
silent protest. Let's go into the first. You want to go into the first topic?
Yeah, let's go ahead and move on. Art, take the
Okay.
floor.
Kareem Hunt. Man, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? We just seen this play out with Ray Rice, man, and it was detrimental to his career. I don't care how good of a running back you are in the NFL. And so for the listeners, this week, Kareem Hunt, famous running back for the Kansas City Chiefs got into an altercation in a hotel with a young lady, and it was violent. And it was all caught on security surveillance camera, and he was released hours later. The league has a no tolerance policy for all that bullshit, and there should never be anything to piss you off that much to want to do something like that to a woman. However, it shouldn't. I mean, you can want, but you shouldn't do it. Like, come on, let's yeah. I mean, there's many of reasons as to why, but you don't. And then you have to understand the setting, okay? If you're going to do that and you're arguing with a woman XYZ, why do it in the hallway in the hotel?
All right.
Why do it in the hallway where there's cameras?
Let me cut you off real quick. And the reason why is because I just want to make sure our listeners understand that Art said not only should you have a reason to beat up women, but
no.
if you're going to beat them up, make sure you pick the proper location.
No, that's
It has
not
to
what
be good for a good reason, and do it in private.
No, because there's people. Okay, so I want to clarify this. There's people out there and they say there's no reason to hit a woman. I can name 1,000 fucking reasons. It's just you don't do it. Just like you don't put your hands on anyone. And I'm saying with him, with everything that was going on, you're in the hallway. Like, what are you doing?
I'm watching a video right now.
Yeah, you're in the hallway right
like-
under the surveillance camera.
He's like
what are you
pushing
doing?
her. You know how like whenever you're about to fight.
you got to watch.
You got to watch the
tackle.
full thing. He tackles her and then he kicks her.
Okay, well, you know how like whenever you're about to fight it. Oh shit! Who was that other dude?
His buddy just got it.
His name was Jeff.
Sorry, Jeff. You got right in the middle of it.
So, and I don't know if this is a rumor or not, but I heard that the fight started because she wouldn't fuck one of his buddies. I guess they were trying to run a train, but they were all fully clothed, so I don't know what the hell that's about.
According to Art, that's not a good reason.
Yeah,
not a good reason.
And
Holy
don't
shit!
proposition it in the hallway.
Just, I mean, I'm saying, just think about it. Like, I understand, like, the moment was heated, but it's like you're in the hallway. There's surveillance cameras everywhere in a hotel. What are you doing?
So, are you suggesting to not be in the hallway of the hotel?
No,
and
Dick. I'm
do
saying
it in the room?
No, I'm saying be aware of your surroundings. If not saying if you're going to do something like that, just be aware of your surroundings too.
You're definitely saying if you're.
That's
gonna do
no.
something
I'm not
like that.
trying to put that out there, but what I'm saying is be aware of your surroundings. Like, you're upset, you're flustered. That should have been the first thing. Okay, well, wait a minute. If I do anything right now, that should have went through his mind. If I do anything right here in this setting, my career is over with.
So was he drunk or anything?
It doesn't look it. I don't know. I didn't read anything about him being intoxicated.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I just watched the video and like, you know how like whenever you're about to get in a fight with a dude and like it kind of gets to that pushing stage and you're like face to face and you like somebody push it. He just pushed her down so hard, and then like you guys said later in the video, he fucking tackles her and then and just
Kicks
straight
her.
up boot kicked her right in the face. That was disturbing to watch, honestly.
But it's played out. This is the second time this has happened with one of the NFL. Well, it's happened multiple times with NFL players, but to where it was actually captured on surveillance this way, because we had Ray Rice that was a few years ago where he.
That was in the elevator, right?
I guess he punched her in the hallway, and I guess he dragged her into the elevator or so because he knocked her out, right?
He punched her in the elevator.
He punched her in the elevator?
Yeah, he punched her
Okay,
in
so
the
he
elevator.
dragged her out of the elevator then,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so, well, whatever. But there's like, be aware, like, your surroundings should tell you enough, right? Like, it should check you right there, like, because because people get emotional and you may actually want to react to something, right? You may be getting hit, you want to react, but sometimes you have to think about it like, whoa, I'm in front of a police station. I can't do this, right?
So are you saying wait till
Right.
they get home?
I'm not saying to wait to do anything, but what I'm saying, the surroundings should have just told him, I can't put my hands on anyone just because of where I'm at, you know?
I
Do you
agree
understand
with
what I'm saying? Like-
I understand and I agree with if you're getting in a fight with a dude, but no, I don't think, even if you're in private, I don't even think that should run through your head that I'm gonna smack this woman. Or,
No. It shouldn't.
No. It does. It does. Let's be honest. You're a human being.
No,
You're a human being. It
no,
does.
absolutely
People
not.
deal with emotions differently, and so I understand. Yeah,
The
you may go
thought
through-
isn't the problem. The
right.
action is.
It's the action, right? So it's not the thought. I may think like, you know what? You put your hands on me one more time, you're going through this window. But That was terrible. But what I'm saying is that
you're not going to put her through.
You're not going to put her through a window. You know, you may think about it. You're not going to do it
in abstract terms. I think I agree with you that your action trumps any thoughts that you have, because you need to check yourself.
Right.
But if you're even having thoughts of, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it other than abstract thoughts, or would be more acceptable than actually trying to plan. Not planned. But,
you're talking about
concrete.
like premeditated. Like,
No, I'm even in the moment when you're thinking like I could actually hit this girl.
right.
That is too far to me. You should have stopped yourself in your thought process before it got to that point.
I don't know if I agree with that, because you're still a human being. You still get
You
frustrated.
are,
You
but-
still think of shit.
Well, you
Like,
need to check yourself.
But yeah, you check yourself before you do it. You can't check yourself from
You need
thinking
to check yourself
that. Like,
before
you're
you
still
get
gonna
to
think
thought
that.
process.
I don't think it matters when you check yourself, just as long as you do it. And what I'm saying is, with him, just that location should have checked him.
Well, I want to get this out there. I want to put this out there. The reason I think you need to check yourself way before that is because what if that one time you don't check yourself? It gets to that point, then you're only one step away from actually doing it.
Yeah, but the point is, you can't control what you think.
To a certain,
You absolutely cannot control
check
what
your
you
thoughts,
think.
dude.
No, you checking your thought, and that's what I'm saying. Checking your thoughts. So this thought's going to pop up in your head. You're going to be like, "Oh, well, I'm about to punch her," and then you're like, "Whoa, wait a minute. I shouldn't even be thinking that." That's checking your thoughts, but you can't stop the, "Oh yeah, well, I'm about to do this" thought. You can't do that. It's impossible. You can't control what you think about.
I completely disagree with you.
Double D, you're the one that talks about how you consistently obsess about things. Like, I'm obsessive compulsive. I consistently obsess about. You legitimately can't control what you think about. Like, the snap thought that pops in your head. Like, everybody has that. If you're around somebody and you think of like something that you just know for a fact you shouldn't say. And so you put that smirk on, and then you try to think, and then you think of something else. But that snap thought pops into your head. You can't control that. You legitimately cannot control that.
I'm trying to gather my thoughts here. There are some things that I believe are so you need to be so restrictive of that it should not get to. Like, if I want to smack my child, okay, you may be so angry that the thought pops in. But it should not get to the point where you're thinking, "Oh, I shouldn't do this because CYS will come. I shouldn't do that." Like, you should check yourself, because I shouldn't do this because this is wrong.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm not. But I'm not saying. But what I'm saying is, because you said you shouldn't even think of that. And what I'm saying is the perfect example is the smacking the child thing. You're going to think, okay, well, man, but then... Yeah, you abolish that thought, but that thought's still there. You can't control that thought.
You can control your thoughts. Once the thoughts come up, and
yeah,
plus,
but
I think
that's
if
the
you
thing. Once the thought comes up, the thought has to come up.
But your immediate thought shouldn't be. That's what I'm saying. Your first immediate thought should not be of visualizing hitting this person.
I agree.
But it also, but it also can be that. And
I think you have problems if
that.
that's what your first initial thought is.
So you mean to tell me you never thought of inflicting violence on somebody?
That's not what we're talking about.
But that is what we're talking about.
We're talking about someone who is physically incapable of defending themselves. Of course, I've had violent thoughts about somebody. I'm talking about women, dude. I'm not talking women and children.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But like, what I'm saying is, you can't control these thoughts that pop up. That, like, these thoughts you cannot say, okay, well, what am I going to think about today? Well, I'm not going to think about running this person over that cuts me off, or this person that thinks he has a bumper and walks when the light is green. I'm not going to think about doing. You can't.
What I'm saying is that there's malfunction if you have intrusive thoughts that violent.
No,
that's not normal.
So. I don't think so.
Well,
I don't think so.
Okay, well, that doesn't mean that you're right, though.
And normal's definitely subjective. Like, normality is definitely subjective. Your normal's not my normal.
Violence against people is.
I don't think so. Like, the point is, you can't control what you think. You can filter what you think, but you can't control it. You can't control what pops up.
Okay.
Nobody.
What I'm saying
people are
is,
human beings. You're not the fucking Dalai Lama. And even, I'm pretty
not
sure
saying that
even
I am.
he had thoughts.
I'm not
like,
saying that
even
I am.
he had violent thoughts. Like I'm pretty sure that everybody in this world thought about hitting somebody at least once. Now I'm
See,
not
you're
condoning
making,
it.
dude. You're making. We're not talking about that. We're making the distinction of hitting.
Okay,
a
well,
woman.
I'm pretty sure everybody in this world thought about hitting someone or something defenseless at least once in their life. That is a thing. That is a thing. That is human.
No, I'm disagreeing with you on that.
Okay, so whatever occurred there in that hallway, it looked like it stemmed from in the room. Okay, at that point, when you see, and some of these younger athletes, they don't understand, right? And I think, and I was talking to someone about emotion changing, and as you mature and you get older, right? Because I may not be able to emotionally deal with something at the age of 21 the way I am now, right? Now I'm going to be a lot more thoughtful about it, and then my actions will probably be a lot more different, the outcome, right? With these younger guys, I don't think they're putting a lot of thought into things because they're still immature mentally, a lot of them. So whatever
You
happened,
also got to think about the guidance thing too.
right? But whatever stemmed in that room, it should have been left off there, right? If there was something that he was unsatisfied about, you're an NFL player, like whatever. You can get pretty much whatever the fuck you want. If she's whatever bad mouthy or whatever, just kick her out, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It should have never spilled into the hallway. But what I was saying was, and I just want to make this clear, that setting alone should have told him, just go back in the fucking room.
he should have cut that like from the beginning. You can get that. There's always red flags. You can get that red flag, and it's see you bye.
Like the emotion could have carried him out in the hallway. Or whatever. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. But once I'm in the hallway, mentally, I'm like, oh shit, there's cameras everywhere.
And
you know what? Let me just go back in the room.
Yeah, and if you shut that hotel door, it's not like she can get back into it.
Exactly. So, but that should have just been enough for him, is what I was saying. Like just the setting alone.
Yeah, so I guess it gets to a certain point where emotion takes over and you're not thinking at all.
Exactly.
Emotion runs you.
And it didn't help that she continued to kind of like bark at him and kind of, she was like lunging at him and trying to hit him and everything like that. It doesn't help.
They said something about the N-word or something like that.
Yeah, they said that there was a racial slur in the mix as well. But even with all right, whatever. Get the fuck out of here. That's my thought. Just get out of here. Like go home. We're over here. We're done. And just being in that setting, like Ray Rice, maybe he didn't think about it that way. Because that was all emotion. Like whatever she said to him, he just swung and he threw a punch.
Well, she like lunged at him too, right?
Yeah, but the one that he knocked her down with, he looked like he was like it was something that was said. It didn't look like it was the one there were so there was multiple punches thrown.
Okay.
But the one I think he knocked her down with, it was something to where there was some sort of altercation, but where she was standing, he threw a punch and knocked her down. It wasn't like she was on him and then,
Yeah.
I don't believe it was like that.
No, they were away from each other, and then she like kind of stepped at him, like lunged at him, and he hit her, and she fell.
They were still pretty far apart. It wasn't like she was on top of him or grabbing him or physically like. Yeah. So he threw a punch, laid her out, whatever it was. This here, you can tell she was still trying. She was clawing away, trying to get to him, and she was just like, she was inciting this out of him, and I believe it just took him to a point to where he just seen red and he just reacted. But alone, with these younger guys, they have to like check that emotion at the door, because it can cause things like this. And then now you're a multi-million-dollar, like you're an asset, right, to yourself. Like you're your own business in the NFL. Okay, your body's your business. You're your own brand. You're your own marketing scheme. Now you lose out on millions of dollars, and now we have to go through this thing as if you'll ever get back into the league, because with Ray Rice, he's never gotten back from that. He's never recovered. Because no organization wants to sign someone who has been,
liability.
Yeah, well, there's the liability, but who's been
so the
alleged
first
for hitting a woman.
The first time
Right.
he like hit her, and then he moved back, and then she lunged at him, and he hit her again. But the bottom line is, he shouldn't have hit her the first time.
Right. Like, period. We're
Like,
not talking.
because
Right. I don't think
she had to say, like, it was just like on something like where she was saying something. Like it wasn't even the whole
like she was attacking him.
Yeah, it wasn't even like it wasn't even a self-defense type of argument. And that's the thing about Kareem Hunt. it's not. He wasn't defending himself.
No.
Like, I maybe you get a little bit of amnesty from self-defense, but
He wasn't
I don't
really.
even
Yeah.
think so with that.
I mean,
I don't
like-
think there's anything that they could do to you that would warrant ever hitting.
There shouldn't be, right?
Right.
There shouldn't
there-
be.
there shouldn't
but I
be.
think a lot of that comes with maturity, and
Yeah. So, okay, so let's take the scenario. Let's say she's actually trying to kill you. Like, if you do nothing, she'll
kill you.
She'll kill you.
Yeah.
So, don't you think that there's other things that you could do to subdue her? Is it fun,
If
like
she's trying-
grabbing, strangling?
Oh, yeah.
Anything besides
bear
actually
hugs.
throwing a
That's
punch?
that's what I used to do. That's what I relied on, like
Bear
because you
hugs.
have women that be all riled up and trying to hit you and stuff like that, and all you're trying to do is prevent them from hitting you.
Right, right.
But you can't like you can push them back, but they'll continue to attack you. So just bear hug them.
Yeah.
You just hold them there, until they calm down. Now you have to tuck your head because they will headbutt you, But you just got to. But that's how I would always handle those problems when I was younger, opposed to hitting a woman or pushing her, because you can even push her down the wrong way and she can fall back, crack her head, right?
Yeah.
But I would always just bear hug. Just wait till she settles down. Let's talk about it afterwards.
Yeah. So, like, any sort of submission move.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely. But yeah, I mean, it's an unfortunate situation. He was released within hours of that. Well, they said that they had that video for a while, for like 18 hours, and then once it hit public or so, and it went live on the internet or so, once it made the internet.
Yeah. No, okay, so that's what I was going to ask you. Did he get charged? 1, and 2, did he get fired from the NFL?
Well, he got released like from the Kansas City Chiefs within like.
he's on the exempt list though, right? He can still be signed.
I think he can still be signed, but they released him immediately once
Oh,
they seen
okay.
that, because they don't want to be advocates for that.
Yeah,
Like, no
yeah.
team at this point, right?
Yeah.
Like they don't want any negative, because the
Yeah.
NFL is actually losing money, so they don't want to lose even more money knowing that they support someone. It's the same thing like with Vic. It was so hard for Vic to come back, but once he did, I mean, there were teams that were like even the Steelers, like they were protesting and everything because people don't want to be associated. Like organizations don't want to be associated with a person who has that negative light, right?
Right.
So.
Who's that dude? I think it was a Baltimore Raven that killed somebody.
Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis. That's it. What's going on with him? Does he still play?
Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer.
He's a
He
Hall of
doesn't
Famer.
play,
Yeah,
but he's a Hall of Famer.
People like kind of forgot about that. That's weird, man.
Jesus.
Because he had a
morality.
he had a great career after that point. Like
Or
when
not this selective morality.
Yeah.
when Baltimore, I guess when it happened, he went through the trial and all that stuff. But then Baltimore stuck by his side, and he still had a great legacy after that. Like he had a great
Man.
career after that up until he retired, and now he's a Hall of Famer.
How about Michael Vick?
Vic, man, he was able to rehabilitate himself as well.
And is he playing?
He's. I don't know if he's declared as retired, but Vic is near 40. So
Yeah,
But he played after.
Yeah,
that
he
whole
played.
Scandal.
Yeah, he played after that with Philadelphia, with New York, and then with the Steelers, Pittsburgh. And now he's like commentating and stuff. So he's
Wow.
been
So
able to,
it looks like where the NFL draws the line is like abuse against women, but
That's not
anything
true.
else.
Because I mean, you got to think about all of the rape that's been going around as well. Like Ben Roethlisberger, a perfect example. He's been accused for rape multiple times.
Yeah.
so I think it's when you're accused, it's one thing, right?
Okay.
But when there's video footage, it's another thing. So Ray Rice, there was video footage of him striking his fiance at the time
Okay.
and knocking her out. Mm-hmm. People were like, no.
Yeah.
So he never was able to make it back. This is a similar situation. I don't know if he'll ever be able to make it
Ray
back.
Rice
So,
did
like-
come back though. Ray Rice was signed again, and he played.
No, he didn't.
He didn't play. I'm pretty sure he was.
I
signed
think he
again.
got signed into
to like
I think
the
he-
Redskins.
I
or
think he
some
got
shit.
signed in the camp, but he never made it back. Like I think he was released right after he got signed. So,
So, like,
they took
Ray-
a chance on him, but he never was the same. He never really played in the NFL again.
Yeah. So it was like Ray Lewis and Michael Vick, where there was no video footage. That kind of is
Just-
where the
to
difference.
me, it kind of seems that way.
Yeah.
Like the public, everything is scrutinized that has video today, right? Like
Right,
everyone
right.
pulls their camera phones out. So if they can, I think when people can visually see something, then it can remind. It doesn't matter how many years surpass, right?
That's
10
true.
years, it reminds them of something.
Yeah.
And organizations don't want to be involved with that, man. Like that. I mean, that's just the way it seemed to me.
Yeah.
Like Ray Rice, he didn't get fucked. Like you did what you did. Now, if you I think that if there were allegations of him doing that, because the girl ended up marrying him anyway. Like after that, she stayed with him. after all that, like, you know what I mean? But if there was just allegations, I think he probably would have been able to, get back into the league and have a pretty healthy career after that. But that video footage, the public was just like, no. I mean, I don't know. It's just the way I was thinking about it. But something like this, man, it should never happen with these guys. Like, they're afforded so much at that level. You can buy pussy at that point. You don't. All you have to do is say. You can walk into a Walmart and say, I play in the NFL and watch everyone drop what the fuck they're doing.
Right.
Over to you. You get so much attention in the NFL. Like there's never a reason to have to go through something like this.
Yeah, for one particular person or one situation, just not worth it.
Yeah, it's not. Like, you can get another woman to fuck you and your buddy if that was the case.
That's a fact. I mean, just like little mistakes in general, like not even mistakes, but fuck ups in general. Like Josh Gordon, perfect example. So much talent, but for some reason he's consistent fuck up.
That right there was crazy to me. How you can, like, how an organization can stick with you for 4 years and you never, like, you play like 10 games in 4 years because you have a drug addiction. Most organizations would have released you, let you go. You're dead weight to us. But they really stuck by it. They were loyal to him. And I mean, it's unfortunate that they released him this year, but he's doing really well with the Patriots.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are human, man. You got to realize that a lot of these guys, like, maybe 70%, I would say. I'm being lenient with that, but maybe
70% are human.
No, so I would say maybe 70% of the guys that are in the NFL come from subpar,
humble beginnings.
Yeah. So we'll say that, right? So when these guys get all this money and they get to a certain level, I mean, they're still the same. Like, they come from bad areas, despite whether it doesn't matter how many, foundations and how much charity shit that they do, they're still certain type of people, right? And I think with that, they think that because they're in the public eye and they're like, public figures or so, that they're just perfect. Like with politics, right? Everything that you do is a mark against your record. So you want to be this perfect person in the eyes of the public, right?
Right.
But it's not the same, I think, with professional sports. Like, these guys are they're regular human beings who have great talents and just make a lot of money, and they're not trying to make the public love them. Like, it's not like politicians are trying to persuade you.
Right. Their career is not dependent upon.
Exactly.
It's more dependent upon their talent rather than your like for them.
Right. And
how much you like them.
But when you get into these situations, it kind of mirrors that what politicians have to go through.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it should be a learning lesson for him. Me, I'm not scrutinizing him. I'm just saying that it's a dumb mistake. We all make dumb mistakes, but it's unfortunate that it had to happen to him. Because he was actually becoming.
I wouldn't call it a mistake, though.
You don't think that's a mistake?
No.
I think it was a reaction. He made a terrible mistake.
A reaction to what? Did she hit him? She punch him in the face?
She was. We don't know. She was all in his face. She was trying. We don't really know what happened that ensued in the room to spill out into the hallway. We don't know what happened.
But once it's like, he didn't have to go out into the hallway.
He didn't. But you seen she kept trying to attack. They had people try, like, in between them trying, and she kept trying to attack.
Doors don't work. Like, the thing is, like, there's a mistake would be me going like this and accidentally smacking Double D in the face. That was a mistake. That was an accident. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so this is a little bit more deliberate. I get that.
Yeah.
Like, so it's tough to say that the Michael Vick situation, like, in your eyes, it's tough to say that the Michael Vick situation was a mistake.
It wasn't a mistake.
That's what I'm saying. But we would generalize that as a mistake.
More of a bad decision.
It was a bad decision.
Exactly what it was.
But
it was a poor choice.
It was a poor choice. But we would say he made a mistake in his life. That's what that was. Like,
No,
generally,
I would say he made a poor choice. Like, because I don't think, like, I just take the definition. I take definitions really literal, and mistakes are something that accidentally happens. You didn't accidentally push somebody, like tackle somebody. Like, you didn't accidentally do that. You didn't accidentally fight dogs. You didn't you don't accidentally rape people.
I get that. I understand that what you're talking about is very literal, but I would generalize it as it's a mistake in his life.
Okay.
And it should be a learning lesson going forward for him. And now they're probably going to make him an advocate of some woman's group and all this other shit. You know how they usually do that, right?
Yeah, his PR manager would be like, you need to do this to redeem yourself.
Definitely.
Yeah.
He's going to be on a few commercials. For the next year or so, he's going to be donating a lot of money and doing a lot of stuff to try to get back in the NFL.
Did Michael Vick do any of those animal
he's
abuse
like
videos?
He did the Sarah McLachlan commercial. Hi, I'm Michael Vick. I used to fight this animal,
I'm Michael
but now
Vick.
I love him.
Each year, there's 150,000 kittens being stabbed in the face with pencils.
With pencils. Damn you, Vic. Vic strikes again.
Yeah, but Vic, I guess, what's the animal organization? PETA?
ASPCA.
PETA.
I am PETA,
Yeah, I think he
What
was.
does
he speaks.
ASPCA stand for?
Let me check it out.
Hey,
I think
Google,
he
what does ASPCA stand for?
I think he speaks for PETA now. Like I think he's like one of those.
For the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. According to Wikipedia, the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals is a non-profit organization dedicated to preventing cruelty to animals.
Thanks.
Google.
That's like blue is a color that is called
Just
blue.
doing my job.
You're not good.
Okay.
She's such a smart ass sometimes.
She is, isn't she?
You need to hook up with Sophia.
Sophia.
Don't do that.
Sophia. Hook
Don't
up with
bring Sophia
Sophia.
in my house. Don't
I
bring
want to see
Sophia.
that video.
All this AI going
Oh
around.
my god. They're gonna get a virus.
Hey, how long do you think it's going to be till there's a virus? How long do you think it's going to be till there's like completely computer generated porn?
What do you
You
mean?
have to watch. You have to watch Follow This, man.
I will.
It's
Like, I was
What
going to
is
bring
what
this.
is follow this on Netflix?
Netflix, and
Netflix.
they. I think it's the third episode.
What-
It's
so
sex
what
bots.
does it? So what does it like? Computer generated porn means what?
Okay, so I was going to bring this up. I did actually. I forgot about this topic that I had. But China just launched a completely AI newscaster. So it's a virtual. It's like what do you call them? An avatar. And then I guess they just type in news stories, and this avatar reads it. And this AI can go 24 hours a day. So it's not a human that they have to pay.
Yeah, it cuts
And
back
they can
on.
go 24 hours a day without getting tired.
Pretty smart.
So I'll try and pull up a picture to show you guys. But how long do you think porn is like that?
Like that's what I'm saying. So, like two robots fucking.
No, it's not a robot. It's completely CGI. Not robots.
So like porn Shrek.
Yeah, but not cartoon. Here's the.
Is it like 3D?
Yeah, like
I'm trying to figure it out too.
CGI. Shrek is CGI. Like so, Ninja Turtles is CGI.
Yeah, try and think less cartoonish.
Oh, so they look human.
Like a think of a video game, like Red Dead Redemption or something like that.
Red
Okay.
Dead Redemption porn.
Like that's
Whoa, he looks.
completely
so
computer generated.
real.
Like that.
Wow, look at his hairline and like look at the hairstyle and everything. Wow.
Let me show her more.
Oh
stuff here.
boy, AI man, AI, it's knocking doors down.
That wouldn't. I mean,
It
CGI
makes
porn
sense.
sounds stupid. Like that.
Like who would get off on that? Like
That's like a notch above. What is it? Hentai. That's what that's like.
The
That's
cartoon
like a notch
porn?
above.
The
Yeah,
anime porn?
Like
I think that's more than one notch above.
Animated is animated.
If I didn't tell you that was computer generated,
But
would you
that's
be able to tell?
But that's not. That's CGI, computer generated intelligence.
I would love to see
computer generated image.
I would love
Like,
to
would you
see-
be able to tell? Honestly,
I would have to watch the video, and I would be able to tell if it was on the video.
yeah. I'm saying porn will get to that. You heard it here first from Double D. That's my prediction.
I would have. Yeah, if I watched the video, I could tell. I would be able to tell if it's CGI. Like it'll look like Beowulf or some shit.
I would look. I
but
would
even
love
in
to
like
see,
5 years from now, it would be probably indistinguishable.
I would
Yeah.
love to see CGI climaxes.
Oh my gosh.
That would be amazing. Nah, but I wouldn't. I'm not.
Oh,
I like the human on human interaction with
Well, I'm
porn
saying
and-
for watching porn.
yeah, but like
Oh,
I
you
just,
mean yeah? Watch
yeah, I
it.
just
Yeah.
like watching.
Oh, I'm
Like,
saying for
obviously,
watching porn.
you
Yeah, that's
prefer
what I was talking
actual
about.
sex.
No,
to
I'm
watching porn.
talking about even watching porn. I don't think I want to watch anything like that.
All right, I'll give it a whirl. So Sophia and Google, let's set this up.
He said they'll catch a virus.
don't. Stay away from
Hey, Google.
Sophia.
Hey, would you have sex with Sophia?
My apologies. I don't
Thank
understand.
you so much. Thank you, Google.
Sorry, I set my phone off as well.
Hey, man.
So, moving on, I think we've covered that. We'll just go back right into the fights, and we'll get all the sports knocked out here. Okay.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. So, last night, it's December 1st, 2018. One of the biggest heavyweight bouts in history, I would say.
Don't ever say the word bout to me.
Bouts in history was between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, and it was a great fight. A lot of mixed reviews on the fight, some controversial decisions, but we're seeing this more often as we watch these Showtime fights with these bigger fighters, right?
Just boxing in general. It's not even the Showtime fights. It's boxing.
I no one pays attention to HBO anymore. I'm joking. But no, yeah. So just boxing in general. We're seeing this a lot more often with the bigger names in boxing, especially when you have when it's what's called a mega fight.
Yeah.
And are we seeing these draws more often now because
You wash them?
front loading? Are we seeing these draws more often now because they
Draw or
Draws.
drawers?
DRAWS. Draws.
Draws, not drawl, as in like a
Are we
southern
seeing these
drawl.
draws?
Or drawers, as in
Draws.
three different words here.
Draws. Draws.
It's a draw. What?
Like win, lose, or draw.
Draw. Yeah. Is it? Do I say it weird?
You do.
You
Okay.
sound funny.
Are we seeing this more often because they want to generate more revenue for the sport? So what they're doing is, okay, well, this is a draw, so we're gonna do a part 2. Fans want to see it. Is this what's going on right now? Like, because if you look at last night, you look at the fight, Fury wins 10 out of 12 rounds, okay, by decision. However, was knocked down twice, once in the 9th, once in the 12th. Gets back up. I mean, Chin just made a fucking steal, right?
Yeah, more shout out to Nick Fury.
Tyson Fury.
Shout out to Nick Fury too, because I love the Avengers, but shout out to Tyson Fury because man,
He's a tough son of a bitch, isn't he?
He had a chin of steel. Because that was a hell of a hook that he caught
in that 12th round.
He caught the Wilder hook and got up from it.
That overhand right, man. And then he
that was
bounced
wild.
back, man. And no one bounced. Like 98% of all people aren't bouncing back in the 12th round.
This guy's 40-0 with 39 knockouts from that punch alone.
Yes.
And this guy Tyson Fury got up after that punch. That was amazing.
It was a very competitive fight. However, when I look at it, I think Wilder lost the fight in my own right. Some people would say because of the technicalities of the 2 knockdowns that it warranted that draw. But now that I'm starting to think about it a little bit more, it seems like these draws are happening a lot more just to generate revenue and create part 2s, right? And they know that if they got, say there was, 20 million viewers with this one, part 2, it always looks to supersede that first fight when it comes to viewers, right? Now everyone, it's riled up. It's creating its own buzz just by it being a part 2. Is this what the sports world is becoming? Or has it all, I don't know. Like,
I don't understand what you're asking. What are you asking?
I'm saying I think it's bullshit for that to have had happened. Like, I think it was clear to see that Fury won that fight last night.
So what it sounds like to me is the professional wrestling, like WCW, and you have some people play the parts of villains and some people play the parts of good guys, and you have rivalries, and you have these matches that are set up, and it's a big match, and everybody, everybody's watching, and then somebody loses or whatnot, and then they do have the rematch, right? And then that gets hyped up, kind of like what you're talking now. But the difference here is we all know that wrestling is staged and that these things are, the outcomes are predicted. So I don't know. you know more about boxing than I do. And watch it more often than I do, I'm sure. But I don't know how staged it is.
So it's hard to the business behind it. When you hear about a lot of the bullshit with the business, you kind of think that some things are staged, but it's kind of hard to stage boxing, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, that's what I would
say
think.
so. I would say, but so just from reading, these judges are never accountable for their scorecards. Okay, and that's basically like for any public review process. So
let me cut you off real quick. I'm still. Maybe it's me. I'm still trying to grasp what you're asking.
I'm asking,
Like,
do you think that this is bullshit? Did you think that the decision was bullshit? Because
Oh,
you look
yeah,
at the
the decision was
Golovkin,
definitely bullshit.
you look at the Golovkin and Alvarez first fight. It was a draw, and I clearly thought that Golovkin won.
See, and I don't think so. I thought Alvarez won that
That's
fight.
crazy. So it could be the way certain people interpret fights,
Yeah.
right? And it could also be by whatever the rules are. You know, they might be, but I would like to see if they can bring some of this, some like these scorecards or so by the judges, if there can be some sort of review process and the public can have insight. Because to me, it seems like damn near every major mega fight, there's going to be a part 2.
Hey guys, Double D here, and let's face it, you're a loser. Yeah, yes you. You don't have any friends. And here's why this is a problem. Because after you've downloaded this episode and listened to it, you're going to love it so much, you're going to want to go out and download all the other episodes of No Filter from the EMP network. And then after you've listened to those, you're going to love this show so much, you're going to want to run out and tell all your friends about it. But guess what? You don't have any friends. So go out into the real world and make some friends. That way you can tell them all about it. And you can also tell them about our socials where you can hit us up. Hit us up at Twitter at network_EMP. Also on Instagram, EMP Network 412. And also on Facebook, you can like us, EMP Network, and share it with all your friends on there. You know, they say that they're your friends, but they're not your friends. So go out into the real world and make some friends, you weirdo.
I don't think the public should have insight, though. I don't.
It's just as much as us having insight about guys' fucking contracts. Why should we know so much about all
But
the
we
stipulation?
shouldn't, though. We shouldn't know anything.
But it
about
is, though. I mean, it is what it is. Why do we have to know all the clauses and how much
And
money
that's what I'm
Le'Veon
saying.
Bell is
We
making?
shouldn't know. Take it away. Who gives a fuck how much money he's making? Like, the only person that should care about what he's making is the person that's making that money and the person that's paying him.
And the
Like,
agent.
other than that, we shouldn't give a fuck about it. The only reason why I could possibly think why we would care about it is because the tickets for the games they cost money. Like how much the tickets for the games are or something like that. Like, but I can't
sales.
Yeah, I can't imagine the need for knowing that more than knowing anything about these people's lives more than that. Whose business
We
is
may
it?
not need it, but it's transparent in that sense. So why can't we understand this scorecard process?
I actually like the fact that we're not involved in the scoring process. Now I'm not going to lie. I do think it was bullshit. I think Fury won that fight. However, I don't think that the public is savvy enough to put an insight into this fight. Like,
Well, look at it. I mean, these fights aren't cheap. They're $75 to $100, and the public we are purchasing these fights. And if it's just to create more revenue, then I think they're fucking robbing us.
you're purchasing this fight so you can sit down for 4 hours and be entertained. That's why you're purchasing the fight.
Are you not entertained? Yeah, but I mean, come on. Like, well, all
No,
these part
that's
twos.
the reason
you know
why
what
you're
a purchase-
purchasing the fight.
Yeah,
It's
but-
that simple.
Yeah, but then I have to now I have to purchase the fucking part 2 because
Okay, so what are you saying? Every single movie that ever came out should be concluded in one movie?
But no, movies aren't being billed as being truth. The boxing, you buying that with the assumption that this is going to be authentic, I think is what he's saying. And
Yes.
if it's not authentic, you feel like you're being ripped off.
So you're saying the draw was inauthentic, or because, and that's the thing. It's some people say Wilder won, some people say Fury won, and other people say it was a draw.
Last
Like,
night, last night, in the room, I think the consensus amongst everyone was
Absolutely.
that Fury fucking won.
Fury won that
And
fight,
I'm pretty sure if you look at it, if you ask any other household who had the fight and had people over, they would say the same.
It depends, because two knockdowns might have switched the fight around into a draw. It may have been convincing.
So why can't we have insight on the scoring process?
Why does it matter?
It matters because I think, like I said, I think people are being ripped off if this is going to continue to be the ebb and flow. Like, it's just bullshit to me.
It sounds to me like, if I'm getting what you're saying, you just want the information available on how it's scored.
Yeah.
Not that we should have a say in.
Not have a say in the
just-
scoring.
Oh,
I want
okay.
information as to how
Kind
this.
of,
Yeah, like
kind of like
All right.
how
Well, I
we want
agree
the
with
presidents.
that. I agree with that. I thought you were saying that you
Should have a voice.
Yeah, you should have a
no,
voice
no,
in
no,
the
no,
fight.
no. I'm talking about with these judges. Okay, I think some of this shit needs to be taken back, and they need to have a review process for how shit is scored. But also, I
Okay.
think the public should have insight as to how these fights are being scored.
So it's kind of like the president releasing his tax returns.
Exactly.
We just want this information available.
Yeah, it should be available. But I'm telling you, if we get a consensus as to how things are scored, that may determine whether people want to actually pay for the fight or not. Like, I mean, I'm not going to continue to pay for some shit that's staged, and it's $100 a pop. Like, it's bullshit. Because that party last night, you even think about it, you food, drinks, all this shit. You're doing all this, and then now we have to do it again. And it's becoming more prevalent.
But on that part, you're still. That's like throwing a birthday party, though. It's still, you're still paying for entertainment.
Man, I gotta throw another one next year.
Yeah, like, oh fuck, I gotta throw this every year. This is bullshit. Like, you're still paying.
We're going to
you're
pay
still
for-
paying.
I
You're
agree-
still
I agree
paying
with
for
you.
entertainment. You're still paying for people to come. Like, you're still paying for, like, the experience, not necessarily the fight.
I get that, but I would like to see Fury Wilder. Okay, now the winner of that, Fury Joshua, Wilder Joshua. I see it move on. We're going to continue to have fights and host fights and watch fights, but it's like now we have to do a part 2 with just these two. We're doing a part 2 with these two now. Doing a part 2 with these two. Like, I think it's bullshit.
I get what you're saying.
I think
I
it's
get what
bullshit,
you're saying.
but you know,
I don't know. I mean, now how the fight is scored, yeah, but I don't think we should have a say so on which direction it goes. But
No, not
yeah,
at
I
all.
think we should know how it's scored, just because we know the rules to basketball, and we know the rules to basketball. We know the rules to football. We know that if you get into the end zone, it's 6 points, and then you kick an extra point, and that's extra point, so it's 7 points.
yeah,
You
like,
know what I'm saying?
Imagine if the referees in football threw flags, but you didn't know what the call was on, but you seen it
Yeah,
was a reduction in
exactly.
yardage, right?
That's a
will
good
you
point, yeah.
will you be as enthused to go to the Super Bowl and pay $3,000 for a fucking ticket if you had no insight on any of that information?
No, I
Right, 'cause
absolutely agree with that. I just don't think we should have a voice.
It
No,
could
not
lead
at
to that being taken advantage and corruption.
Yes.
Because if you don't know what's going on, then we can just do whatever we want.
Right,
yeah.
You're none the wiser.
That's a fact. That's
Yeah.
a fact.
So that's all I was alluding to. I think it was last night was a bullshit decision, and I think they need to start opening some of this stuff up so the general public can see it. You know.
I agree. That I agree with. I thought you, like I said, I misunderstood what you were talking about. That's why I kept asking you. All right, so what are you saying? Because I wanted to make sure that I was picking up what you were saying correctly. Who's up? Me?
That's you.
See, I'm gonna switch my topic, and the reason why is because that's a good topic, but this one's better. We talked
The
about
old
this.
bait and switch.
I was reading this. I was on Instagram and I read this post, and this post said, "I wish y'all MFs." All right, well, I'm just gonna read it the right way. I wish y'all motherfuckers who grew up on survival would quit trying to make people who grew up on love feel guilty for the shit that y'all had to go through growing up. We didn't ask for our lives, or it says lifestyle. We didn't ask for our life in parentheses style. So we didn't ask for our lifestyle nor upbringing. Fuck out of here. I like that. I like that post. And I wanted to talk to you two in particular about it. Do you understand what was read and what was said? Basically saying, in summation, is saying, don't make me feel guilty because of how I was raised. I didn't ask to be raised that way.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I agree with that. I mean,
So, do you think that people try to make you feel guilty because of how you were raised?
I really wish you would have saved this for next week's
Why is this?
SJW edition.
I don't. You think this is a SJW?
I really do. I hate this post absolutely with every fiber of my being.
Why is that?
It's. I disagree with the premise. I disagree with the kind of person that posted. I disagree with putting it out there, with the reason people do it. I just think it's complete bullshit.
Like,
But I mean, for the sake of conversation, I'll play along. Sure.
I mean, I would really like you to expand on that because I didn't understand
you want to
shit you
twist your
just
arm here,
said.
Double D.
Yeah, like
I'll say, but I want to save it because I don't want to reiterate myself next week.
so you think this is actually going to go back to
Privilege and other SJW bullshit that I don't agree with. Yes.
I get it. All right, well that makes sense.
But if, like I said, I'll play along if you want.
Art,
So-
what do you think about it?
I mean, why'd they post it? Why'd they post that again?
I don't know. This Instagram.
I don't know.
So I disagree with the premise that if you didn't grow up in quote unquote survival, that you automatically, I guess, had to grow up in love. So I guess that's assuming that if you didn't grow up, I'm guessing, and I'm making a lot of assumptions here. I know you don't like to do that, but from the way that poorly written post was written, I'm going to assume that somebody from the ghetto is talking to someone in middle class. Okay, so these are all assumptions here. And also that growing up middle class assumes that you grew up in a loving family. Does that make sense?
No. And the reason why is because like what I picked up from that post is she is confirming that she grew up in love or grew up on love. So it's not an assumption. She's just saying she didn't grow up in survival. She was raised on love.
Mm-hmm.
Stop trying to make me feel guilty. I didn't ask for my lifestyle or upbringing.
Okay, well I didn't grow up with either one of those, so I don't know if I can comment on it.
I guess it depends on how you look at it. I mean, I probably wouldn't have used those words. However, I can understand what it is she's saying. It's just that that doesn't necessarily, if you didn't grow up in survival, doesn't necessarily mean that you grew up in love. I mean, like I understand. I get
that's
what
exactly
you're
what
talking
I was
about.
getting
Like,
at.
yeah, I mean, it just.
No, but
I probably wouldn't have chosen those words.
But she's,
in particular,
what she's doing is she's confirming that she was raised in, that she grew up on love.
Right? But
Okay.
I don't know. Are we saying that? Is she saying that those are the two extremes? It's either growing up in survival or growing up in love. Because we're saying that
What I think happened, and the reason why this post was made is because somebody was trying to make her feel guilty because she grew up with people loving her, and that person grew up just trying to survive.
Okay. But surviving in love those two aren't.
I think surviving
Opposites.
would be the umbrella of, I mean, no love,
Struggle.
you have to do what you struggle. There you
But
go.
see, that doesn't mean that other people don't struggle, though.
right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand. Like I would have never used the terms that she's using for that.
Okay.
Like, and I don't know how to interpret what it is that she's trying to get across. Like I understand what she's saying, but like struggle and love don't.
Right. Those
They don't coincide like
they're
at
not
any
opposites,
point. Yeah, they're
like
not.
salt
I mean
and
that.
pepper,
Yeah.
black and
Yeah.
white, hate, love. Hate and love would be
Hate and
more-
love. Yeah, but like
or like struggle and comfort. I guess maybe.
Yeah, that would be a struggle and comfort.
So I like I said, to make the assumption, I'm making a lot of assumptions to play along with this post, but I disagree that you should shame somebody or make them feel bad for living a good life, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's just throw it out then. But so the guy proposed to his fiance. Well, I don't even know if they're engaged now. But the guy proposed in New York and dropped the ring down a grate.
Yikes.
Yeah, you don't deserve to be married.
Just crawl.
Yeah, you're a fucking
back,
loser
buddy.
to me. Yeah,
Get the
she
fuck
should look
outta
at you
here.
as a loser now. Who does that?
Fuck outta here.
That's like getting to like the fucking Patriots. Like you go 16-0, and then you get to Super Bowl and you fucking lose. Like it negates everything else. Like what the fuck? Like you put in all this work, and then you get to the fucking the most important stage, and then you
fuck it
fumble.
up.
Yeah, you fumble the
Yeah.
fucking ball. Fuck out of here. Sorry.
So was this a
Yeah,
public
I mean,
thing? Like,
yeah, he was in the streets of New York and on one knee. First
He's
off,
on the 1 yard line. Fuck that.
First off, look down at where you are, bro.
why would you do it right over a
Who
sewer
gets on a
grate?
knee on a fucking grate? Like
You know
how
that
uncomfortable is that?
Blasting your
nasty
head.
heat coming up, like
All this
Just
combustion,
give it a second, honey.
all this combustion coming up. Like who does that?
Oh, it smells great
you give
around
her
here.
a kiss and it smells like the vagina that Art fingered when he was in middle school.
Oh,
Remember
Jesus,
that?
Please don't bring this up again. So maybe he wanted to make it sexy, like Marilyn Monroe standing over the sewer grate and it's blowing up.
Yeah,
her
but
dress.
he has pants on. Oh, blowing up her dress. Yeah, I didn't understand. Like, just the location. Just look down, bro. Just look down. That's all you have to do is look down.
Maybe he was
this
so nervous.
isn't- There's
he
not
was
that
like-
much.
Now,
nervous
would you
in the
consider
world.
that a mistake?
That's a poor choice, and you should.
poor choice?
Yeah, that's a poor choice.
choice
It
of
has to be a
location.
poor choice. Like it's because you can see. Like it's a fucking like. It just drives me insane to think that don't propose on a sewer grate, first off, because you have a ring that you can drop. And then you spent a lot of money on this ring.
Yeah, and it's gone.
And then, like, his girlfriend could have wore high heels or something and she could have said yes and then tried to step forward and broke her ankle or something like that. There could have been a whole bunch of bad things that happened on a fucking sewer grate.
A lot of bad things. Yeah.
And one of the worst things, like, and then
How many sewer grates
he
are on the fucking
had
sidewalk? though?
one
You
job.
picked it.
Yeah, like, but how many sewer grates?
Exactly.
How many sewer
You
grates?
had one job to get on your knee and say, "Will you marry me?" and hold this ring until she said yeah, and you put it on her finger.
You know, it's crazy. Usually, when you propose, it's in a nice setting too, right? Who the fuck is standing on the street
Of New York.
of New York where there's a rat just crawled out of the sewer?
Pizza rat.
Yeah, and you just
It's gonna be Ring Rat now. You can see a ring carrying.
That rat's gonna have a ring around.
That's
his
a
finger.
fucking Pixar
his
movie
tail.
right there.
Oh man, Ratatouille too.
Ratatouille.
So, what do you guys think about public?
Affection.
No, public.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Engage. What do you call it when you proposal?
Public
proposal.
proposals.
Yeah. What do you think about that? Because I fucking hate them.
Me too. Like if I seen that, I'd be like, "This fucking they don't do that."
Yeah.
Y'all are bitter as
fucking
shit.
guy right
No,
here.
So-
man.
I
It's
just
so
think it should be
corny.
because I have a story here. I think it should be done in private. This is a private thing in my eyes, and you're asking me now. You're drawing me in. I don't want to be part of this intimate moment with
Yeah.
you.
No.
I was part of one. Okay, it was a very small enclosed setting, and this guy that I know proposed to his girlfriend, and we're all standing around. In fact, we were brought there specifically for this, right? So now everybody's just standing around, and she said yes. It's not like she said no or anything, but now it's just like everybody's clapping, and then it's like so awkward because now we're just all standing around watching them. They don't know what to do. They're hugging. It's like
Let's get a beer.
All right, so
Like, what do we do now?
That okay. So are you talking about like being like because you said you're pulling me into this, but when you said that, the first thing I can think of is how are you being pulled into this? But you said you were invited to that situation, right?
yes, but even if
Okay.
you're like in a restaurant, I'm just going there to have dinner. And now I gotta clap for you.
I'm
and I
not
gotta
gonna,
watch
but you don't
and-
have to do anything. Guess what I'm gonna do if I'm eating my spaghetti and she gets proposed to after the Heimlich because she was about to swallow the ring and got
It was
choked
in the
on it.
champagne?
Yeah, like I'm not gonna give a. Guess what? My spaghetti's fire.
Okay, but now the guy doing it. Okay, we can assume.
Fuck him too.
We can make two assumptions, right? Number one, that he's doing it in a public setting. Number one, so that people can applaud afterwards. And second assumption is that's more social pressure for her to say yes.
Yeah. Well,
right?
no guy wants to propose in public.
Let me ask, where'd you guys propose?
I proposed at home after fucking surgery. Like,
At home? What about
on
you?
the couch, incapacitated. Well, like I'll say 50% capacitated.
So you were like anesthetized, like you weren't like in the right state of mind.
No, I mean
Were you fucked
You
up
weren't in
on
the right
drugs?
state of mind at the time, but you
no,
already had the
because
ring.
I wasn't
It was
taking
already-
drugs. So I mean,
Oh, okay.
Like I was just fucked up.
Sounds like a good
But you already
time.
had the ring. Like you already knew you were going to propose.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Double D?
No, well, it was kind of like my girlfriend was pregnant at the time, and then it was just kind of like, hey, you want to get married?
Okay.
So it wasn't romantic or anything, and I was 21. Obviously, I would have, if I could go back in time and do it differently and do an actual proposal, I'd do that. But yeah, at the time, that was just kind of a mutual. You want to get married?
Yeah, but I
Okay.
don't think any guy wants to propose in public. They do that for the woman. Like I think guys propose in public for the woman so they can be like,
You think so?
or just so other people know that he's a quote unquote good man.
Yeah. So you think that the woman wants a good story to tell?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But like, I don't mind public proposals because, like, you see, you guys always say stuff like, I get pulled into this and you have to do this and you have to do that. And I just sit here and I always say, you don't have to do this. But I think you guys' problem is you're too fucking nice.
I am
You just-
not nice.
How
Yeah, but
so?
you don't like saying no. Like you don't say no to people that ask you to do stuff.
You know I don't say no because I say get the fuck out of here. That's what
You
I say.
don't. You 100% don't. No, you don't. Stop lying.
So what do you mean? How does that correlate to?
Because like you don't have to do something you don't want to do.
Well, I mean, I think you're kind of holding everybody in the restaurant hostage in a way
No,
with
you're
your
not.
attention.
No, you're
Obviously, not at
My
gunpoint.
My attention doesn't. My attention does not have to be
Right. Okay.
your
But
attention.
look at the social repercussions of that. You look like the asshole.
I don't give a fuck.
Does it? Am I right? You look like the
Like,
asshole
I
for
don't
not
care.
caring.
That's the thing. I don't care what
Right.
I look like to you because my spaghetti is fucking
That's
fire.
you. That's you. Step outside of yourself and look at how everybody, society. That's what I'm saying. Society looks at you like the asshole. I'm not saying you are an asshole.
And no, I am an asshole. But see, the problem is, I don't give a fuck about what
Yeah, but that
society
doesn't-
looks at me.
that doesn't
But I don't-
change how
hold
society
on,
looks at
hold on. Yeah, it doesn't change it. But the more people that don't give a fuck about how society looks at them, I think the better society will be. Because the more open people are, the more forward people are, the more honest people are. You know what I'm saying? All of these things that we are, the less PC the world would be.
It would be more. Society would be more authentic.
Yeah.
True, but also don't do public proposals.
It's so just. It's one of
I
those
don't mind public
things-
proposal. If you want to propose in public, go right ahead.
It's like when men get like manicures and pedicures to me. Like that's just wait.
Your
you guys don't-
analogies are fucking
No,
horrible.
it's not. No, it's just like it's one of those things where it's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh,
like,
yeah,
like get
yeah.
the fuck out of
Don't
here.
do
Like,
that.
yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm just thinking of. Like public, you're really. Oh, honey, let me get on this knee in front of millions of fucking people. Like, get the
It's
fuck out
a
of here.
self-congratulatory thing. I think.
Yeah, definitely.
I think so.
I just think it's so
'Cause you want-
cheesy.
You're
That's
doing
cheesy.
it for it's a performance.
Yeah, I mean, it is corny, but if it doesn't have anything to do with you, why does it matter to you?
It's just like something like when I would look at guys and just call them a pussy because of certain things, right? Like that, and be like, I ain't a pussy. Oh, you get a manicure, pussy. Okay. So like it's just one of those things, you know?
Okay.
It's pussy. Look at him. Like if that happened, because I've never seen it before, right? But if it happened in front of me, I'm gonna make sure he hears me. Tim, like, look at this pussy over here. He's proposing. Who does that?
They will forever have that in the. So tell me about how you guys got engaged. Well, there was this one guy who was very rude.
He was super upset.
First of all, he was having dinner with somebody who was just eating spaghetti. Didn't even look at us. Stared straight ahead. And then the other guy's yelling, "Pussy!"
Like how much I would love to do that. What is that called? I don't know, pussy bombing somebody.
Pussy bombing is the title of this episode.
Dude, do you remember that fad a few years ago of doing that on live TV? Feminists got so upset because people would run by on live newscasts and say, "Fuck her right in the pussy."
Yeah, I remember that. That old dude started that off.
Fuck her in the pussy. Fuck her in the pussy.
Yeah, that was wild.
I mean, that's what it would be like for me. And it's for no reason. Like, I don't know why I get so upset just looking at stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because guys like that, they mess it up for guys like me. Like, I
have to hear this.
I have no ill intentions, but I'm not that romantic. I'm not doing I'm not going the extra mile to be romantic.
So now, do you think that puts pressure on you because other women are going to expect that?
Definitely.
They see that, and then they're going to be like, Art, why didn't you do this?
Well, remember that time in New York in 2013 where that guy, it would be nice if, you're like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, if you finish the story, he dropped the ring. That's why I won't do it.
If you finish the story, he dropped the ring.
It does, man. It puts that social pressure on guys, man. Like
Yeah.
when some guys overcompensate in that area, it's like you don't need to do all that to make women happy.
Yeah.
Like at that point, it's like making a little girl happy. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna. No. I'm just saying, like kids. Wait. With kids, you have to be
Easy.
With kids, you have to be this. You have to be crazy outgoing, right? You have to be like over exaggerate everything. Everything has to be like thematic. Like themed. And it's like, come on. You're 47.
Plus, it's such an intimate thing to me. It's a private thing in my eyes that should not be shared with other people.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you feel about sex in public then? I'm
for it.
serious. Like, are you guys not a sex in public type of person?
And what do you mean? I'm gonna pull a remorseless now. What do you mean? Define public.
Well, see, that is a good thing because I would say public would be
Public space or like actually around people?
People, yeah, because if we're in a car,
Both.
then that's different. Like,
Both.
I mean, that's considered public, right?
I mean, both. Well, why not both?
Well, because you can't actually have sex in front of a crowd.
You can.
In a crowd.
I mean, you would have to go to like the red light district, you can. But
that's socially unacceptable
in Russia somewhere
and illegal.
Yeah, but I mean, public sex would now, like a perfect example, would you fuck your significant other outside?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
In like a park where there's a possibility that people may be jogging past.
I've done that.
Yeah. So.
Whoa. Okay, Double D. All right, you like to live life on the edge. Okay.
Yeah,
Wait,
like
Art,
outside
you've never
in a
done
public
that?
space, but not around other people.
I've done it in the car, but it's weird, right? Because I was going to do it this one time with this chick, and she took me to this place, and she was like, "Yeah, it's real quiet up here, but everybody fucks up here." And as we're walking up the hill, some chick is getting railed on this it was a sliding board at the bottom of the sliding board.
Oh, jeez.
I was like, all right, I guess that's it. Like, she's like, no, we can find another place. I'm like, no.
Yeah, let's go on the monkey bars.
Yeah, like I'm.
That place, you know how it has a water fountain. That one just spits out Purell.
Or do it like on the what's that? The merry-go-round.
Yeah, that is the merry-go-round.
Yeah.
I mean,
That'd be a rush.
I've fucked in parks before and like outside on beaches.
What's so
decks
fascinating
and shit.
about it?
It's like, okay, so all right, so it's like the people seeing you type of thing. Like I don't know.
You get a rush when people see you fuck?
I was like,
So
when
do
I
you
was
leave the
when I
door
was
open?
fucking in public.
Do you leave the door open with you and your wife so your kids can walk past? Do you get a rush?
I got a story about that.
Get off my mommy.
My kids are getting older, right? And my kids are getting older, and me and my wife we were having sex, right? And then my wife went downstairs. And my daughter was like, "What's wrong?" And she was like, "My neck hurts." And she was like, "Your neck wasn't hurting before you went upstairs." I was like, "Whoa!"
Your daughter said that. Whoa.
Very
I
observant.
was like, "Yeah, we have to.
Very
we're gonna
observant.
have to. We're gonna have to change this. we're gonna have to change. I don't know what we're gonna have to do, but yeah, she's getting older now. I don't know. Like my son, I think my son, he just ignores it. Like he just sits there watching TV or something like that. Like, let's up.
Oh, you don't wait till they go to bed or anything?
Fuck no.
Hey, so how traumatic is that for kids? Like, have you ever seen your parents?
No. Good
Do you
Lord,
think it
no.
would ever like fuck you up a little bit?
I think
No,
so.
not
Really?
really.
In what
Yeah.
sense?
I don't know. Like with my family, there was just I've talked about before of like the sex talk that I got. Like sex was just not mentioned. It was like it didn't even exist in my house.
Double D's parents having sex would have blown his
You better-
mind.
Okay, watch your mouth, dude. First of all,
That would have blown your mind. Like that would have.
it's not like I didn't know what sex was. You
No, but I mean,
dumbass.
you said you came up in such a conservative. Like, just imagine, like, you're reading the book, What's Happening to Me, and then you get up and you have a question about a picture, and you walk in and
They're doing what's in that picture.
No.
I'm playing.
that would be crazy.
No, but obviously I knew what sex was, dude.
Yeah,
It's just we didn't talk about it.
I'm not saying that you didn't. I'm just saying, like, you didn't see the scene. Like, it was a different story. How old were you when you started watching porn? You said like 13, right?
Probably. Well, we got our first computer, like in the internet and everything. Yes, I'm that old. Probably around 13, 14. So before that, it was like Playboys and magazines and whatnot.
So you would watch like the frame by frame Playboy, bang, bang, bang. Like,
What?
how would that? How do Playboys? I've never seen a. I've never seen a.
You've
Playboy.
never seen a Playboy
I've never
magazine?
seen a nudie magazine.
I think that
It's just-
like I wouldn't be. I guess with the time changes and us being afforded the internet and being able to watch porn, right, opposed to having to visualize something looking at a magazine,
A
like,
still picture.
Yeah, like
Nah,
that
I
would've
mean,
kinda fucked
because
me up a
I'm
little
not
bit.
gonna lie, I rubbed one out to a music video or two.
Yeah, but
yeah,
that's what I'm
this-
saying. You're
yeah.
able to visually watch it. When you have to
okay.
visualize something by just staring at an object, right?
Yeah.
You just have a woman. She I don't know. She's her half of her tit exposed, and you're like, like
Hey,
what,
that's
you
the
have
way
to
it was,
think of
buddy.
something.
Get it while
yeah,
you can.
yeah. You have to really visualize something like
Also,
like
like-
you coming on her tit, like.
You just aim the book. That book will never open again.
Now, let me ask you, like, have you ever gone through like the sticky page phase?
You know what? I don't.
Because guys, like, because we talked about this when I was in school. I remember my one buddy was like, "Man, I had this."
Is this with the
magazine."
same group that used to donkey punch bitches?
Yeah. It's like, he's like, dude, I had this magazine. You couldn't open none of the
Couldn't open
pages
it.
because he was like, I was shooting all in them.
That's just laziness.
It's
to me.
it's like a fascination of like pulling out and like shooting on like breasts, right?
Right.
It's like
I
release
had
on
enough.
this page.
I had enough forethought to realize that this will never be usable again. So don't do it.
Like, but
I want to enjoy this over and over again.
man, I got kids. My pull-out game is trash anyway. I don't like pulling out.
So I was going to say too. Back in the.
Are
I guess-
you a pull-out specialist?
No,
You know he's
I'm a
not.
condom specialist.
No, you're not a condom specialist.
Yes, I am.
You like impregnating women.
That's the narrative that you guys created.
That's
But
the
in
narrative
all
that is
actuality,
true. The narrative
in all
that you created was the condom thing.
And
we
get
have video evidence.
Whoa, buddy.
I'll never get a job in the NFL again.
So yeah. I had scrambled porn as well, like on the TV. There was a scrambled Playboy channel too. It was like I don't know if you guys ever had that. If you probably didn't.
My
have
mom,
to.
she didn't have that package.
Well, no, it was you didn't get it either. It's just you could on my TV up in my room. You could like tune into it. Like obviously we wouldn't subscribe to that channel.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But you just picked the TV, picked it up with the rabbit ears.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I mean, it's all
Nice little loophole there.
be able to like it's a still picture, still image for like a few seconds. It's like
Gotta hurry
yeah,
up.
that's the best. Those were the days.
I don't know if that's a radio wave or a nipple, but I'm whacking off
Yeah,
anyway.
I don't know what this is, but
You've gotten cum on your hand before, right?
I'll tell you what. Before the two of you, I've never had such in-depth conversations on air like
We're all
this.
thinking the same things.
This is more private conversations I'm used to having.
But I'm just saying, like every man has. Why do we treat it like it's lava? I'm just like, ugh, what the fuck is that? Ugh.
I've never done that.
If I had a
you
lawyer
were just
right
fine
now,
with it. You're just
I've
like,
never treated it like a slap. It came out of me. I know what it
doing
was.
this?
no,
Like, let me
no,
go
just
wash
like,
my hands.
Like you get it on your finger, and you're just like, ever so casual about it. Me, I'm like always so.
That's gross. Just wipe it
Do a
on
line.
the, just wipe it on the sock after you're done, and just you go wash your hands.
Do a line.
That's nasty.
You know that. You've had guys come in lines and you just snort all the cum, right? You were telling me that.
You saying you like you're not
Tell
talking
me that
to art.
remorseless.
Yeah, you notice that? Like that could have been switched anyway.
Oh my gosh.
But
I'm just saying, man. I don't know why I treat it so weird. It's like, what the fuck? Just get this shit off of me. Like,
It'll make me gay. Stop.
my own semen. Why is it even called semen? It should be see me.
It'll have you seeing men. That's what.
Oh my gosh.
oh man, that was great.
I'm really interested to like read the review that somebody's going to put like
With
of
this
our
episode,
podcast. No, our past two are they're pretty bad. I love them.
Mad crazy.
They are. Remember whack?
That's whack, yo.
Yeah, like
oh, the word, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know if you were saying it was like some sort of like.
You know, because he's bringing up something from another podcast.
all right.
That's
so
probably why you were thrown off.
all right. So nicely done.
I don't even know what I did, but I'll take it.
Because Art doesn't listen to old podcasts.
I meant the one we just recorded before this.
Oh, okay.
Someone's feeling some type of way about something.
Do I really want to? Because that's another like super long episode, but that can actually go into the Social Justice Warriors episode too. We are just giving up episode titles. Like we were so organized at once. This one's actually pretty funny. It says, "What the fuck? Are you crazy? Things people actually ate as kids."
Do tell.
I want us to go through these, and I want honest statements. Okay?
Okay.
Everybody agree?
Honest answers.
Agreed.
All right. And you know, if you lie, I'll catch you because we grew up together.
And I'm a weird eater, so
Yeah.
I'm a weird
All right.
eater.
So number one, I used to eat paper dinner napkins. I think it was a texture thing, but to be frank, I am not really sure what my deal was. Did you guys used to eat paper napkins?
I did.
Dude.
When I was a kid. I mean, what?
No.
No,
I've never done it.
No.
I've
I
never
did.
done it either.
I did.
So are these confessions from people? What are we?
I don't. It's just one person wrote this shit.
Okay.
Number two, when I was 4 or 5, I put food in my Coke all the time. Once at a restaurant, I put fried fish, lettuce, tomatoes, cabbage in my Coke, then mixed it up and drank it all. The waitress was shocked, but it was
Rightfully so.
normal to my family.
He hit a fucking smoothie.
Whoa.
No, I never did anything like that.
No.
All right. I ate coins. For some reason, I used to just sit on my floor and swallow pennies and nickels. If I get some weird sickness when I get older, I can't be surprised.
He didn't mention shit in the mouth though.
Yeah. So my kid's little sister did that in the last year. She ate a like a nickel or something like that, and I think she shed it out.
It came out? Yeah.
It came out.
No, I've never done that before.
I've never ate coins either.
But I mean, that's a little kid. You know what I mean? That doesn't know any better. I don't know how old this person is, but if you're consciously eating coins, there's something wrong with you, buddy.
He's talking about what he ate when he was a child.
Yeah, but I mean, what's a child? Like a 4-year-old compared to an 8-year-old? An 8-year-old should know not to eat coins.
There are 13-year-olds that's eating Tide Pods, so should is out the window. Number 4.
I was saying we were just talking about that on Thanksgiving because my mother's okay. So we were taking pictures. My kids did the what do you call this, guys? Where you do the circle game.
I don't
My
know
son
the
does
name
that
for
shit
it.
all.
Yeah.
And you punch
two
somebody?
for looking. 2 for
yeah,
looking.
2 for looking. Yeah. So then my mother was like, "Don't do that. That's a white power symbol." I'm like, "Mother, no, it's
Whoa.
not."
Is that a white power symbol?
No, it's kind of like the Tide Pod thing. These older generations, like my parents, are getting upset, and all the younger kids think that it's funny to pass around these things. Like nobody's eating Tide Pods, right?
I would hope not.
But they think it's funny to make memes about eating Tide Pods.
No,
And then-
but people actually are.
no, they're not. Nobody's eating Tide Pods.
Not anymore, but that was a challenge, and
No,
people
yeah.
really got sick from it.
No,
That
dude.
was a thing.
No, it's not.
It I'm telling it really. Look it up. It really was.
I'm telling you, people made it seem like it's a thing. Nobody actually ate Tide Pods.
No, multiple people ate them and got sick. That's why they changed the
I'd
whole
like to see
title of
the
it. That's
data.
why they changed the whole title. of
I'd
the
like to
thing.
see the data on somebody genuinely eating a Tide Pod.
Look it up. I'm in the
Unironically.
middle of reading.
Unironically.
I know it was
Okay,
like the
all right,
fucking
good.
cinnamon challenge, but like Tide Pods.
Yeah, but look it up. Look it up while I'm doing this. Number 4. I used to eat Play-Doh. Did you eat Play-Doh?
Nope.
Nobody ate Play-Doh. Number 5. Powder.
No.
Baby powder.
No.
No,
What? Okay, so
Double D. He was right. There was a challenge.
Oh, I know there's a challenge. I'm saying this is a meme.
Oh,
It's a meme. People don't actually eat the Tide Pods.
well, let's see.
See, this is people like my parents getting upset because they see people joking around about this and they take it seriously.
And John is with us this morning to tell us about a dangerous trend on social media. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Heather. On this very show,
Look at his
as I
vest.
recall, about 2 years ago,
Put it closer to the mic.
people, those Tide Pods, those detergent pods, those attractive-looking pods in the laundry room are not to be eaten. And the company's gone to a lot of pains to
See, these people are getting
prevent
trolled,
children from
I think is what you're not
eating.
understanding.
Have been exposed. So
I just
those
assumed, like,
say
looking
under
at
the
that
age
there
of
was
10
a
or 11
video,
seem to
and
have
someone
less
was actually
abilities
really
than
trying to do
parents
it, like-
and the company has tried to prevent them from by getting the message out there. Now,
Out.
let's look at
Is
something
this Canadian?
called the Tide Pod Challenge. This is one of those things out there on the internet, specifically on Twitter, daring young people to bite, to chew, to try and ingest these. Well, let's face it, they're a cleaning product. They're made of detergent. They taste awful, and
He
they
put
can
that shit in
kill
his
you.
mouth,
Let's
man.
listen to one fire
And
chief.
is he chewing it up?
No.
I think it's a desire to get likes, a desire to get bigger on the social media scene. How about a random act of kindness challenge or something that's not gonna kill you?
See, I think it's hilarious because
Random
these older people are getting trolled taking it
it
seriously.
says
I just
only
got
80.
trolled.
It says only 86 teens ate Tide Pods.
I just got trolled because I thought that shit was real.
Yeah, apparently 86 kids ate it.
So
but
yeah, people have done it, but it's not
yeah,
been as
it's not
prevalent
it's
what
not
we
as
thought.
big a thing as like they tried to make it out to be.
Yeah. So okay. So if there were kids that actually did it and got sick, their dumb ass got trolled as
Trolled
well,
too, yeah.
thinking it was
Yeah.
a real thing.
But let me see. Did I say baby,
Baby powder?
powder?
Yeah.
That's terrible. At the beach, I will put my cheese doodles in sand and eat them.
I ate sand when I was a kid, but
I've ate sand when I was an adult because I didn't want to. Like I was eating on the beach and some of my food fell.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't get rid of it. I
didn't
actually
dust it
there was
off?
another. There was another. I mean, yeah, but you still get sand. Like you're not going to get all the
It's
sand.
all
off.
gritty and
Yeah. And there's another time where like
did
I
you drop it? Like
I washed it off in the ocean too.
a chicken
I washed
sandwich.
the
Whoa.
food off in the ocean.
First of all, what are you eating on the beach?
You eat a lot of stuff. You don't eat when you're on the beach.
Not like fucking nachos or a chicken sandwich.
It's like having a meal.
Chicken sandwich.
Like you'll never get all the
But on the
sand out of a
boardwalk,
chicken sandwich.
on the boardwalk, there's always food on the boardwalk. Though.
Sandwich. Huh?
At that. I
There's
like,
always
I like what you're doing.
there's always food on the boardwalk, and you buy food and you eat.
Eat
and
it on the
then-
there's like
boardwalk.
popsicles
Yeah, and then your
shit.
family wants to go to the beach, so you walk to the beach and you eating while you're on
Hold
the
up,
beach.
I'm not done eating these fries. Wait for me.
Actually, that's what it was. But anyway, next.
Thank you, Nick.
Get to the
When
good
I was
stuff.
a toddler, I'd eat lotion. I didn't write this article. When I was a toddler, I'd eat lotion and lots of it.
Nah, I've never eaten lotion.
All right.
Imagine you sitting there with a straw just drinking
Leaves?
lotion.
Did you guys used to eat
Jergens.
leaves? When I was 7, I used to eat leaves.
No, I ate boogers when I was 7. Okay,
Maybe chewed on sticks.
No, I was probably not 7 eating
Out
boogers.
of all things that I cringed at, this is what I cringed at.
Oh.
What was that?
Yeah, I'm going to throw up.
I used to eat mayonnaise with a spoon straight from the jar.
Nah.
And last but
I
not
mean,
least,
Dog
chews.
I've ate cat food before.
I've eaten cat food before. All right, so
How was
let's
it?
get into let's get into
Nasty.
what we used to eat. Did you used to eat paste?
No.
No, in fact, you know what? That's funny because we were talking about this, my family at Thanksgiving. No, I thought it would be so. I guess it's just like flour. It's actual edible stuff. Paste.
Chalk?
No.
No.
Have you ever had a Tums?
Yes.
Then you ate chalk.
Oh, it's
It's the same principles, or it's the same.
It's the same,
Yeah,
like-
it's the same thing.
compound, but it's not.
It's still chalk.
I don't-
One's just it's just named
It's not like
something
street
different.
chalk though.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
that's like saying,
go grab a Tums and write your name on the ground.
get the fuck out of here.
Let me see. I don't remember eating a lot of nasty
Paint
shit.
chips.
I used to chew like the
This
the
fucking guy. Yeah, I
the
used
wrist
to
on
chew
my
my
sweater,
collars
and
and
my
shit,
collars and
yeah.
stuff.
Straws.
Straws.
Straws. I used to chew straws.
Paper, but I'm guilty for the paper towel or napkin thing. I
You used to
use
chew paper.
paper towel or napkin.
Well, then
I didn't
again,
chew
all
the
of your
fucking-
food tastes like paper because you don't put anything
No
on
condiments.
it.
doesn't taste like paper, asshole.
No, honestly, I'm trying to think back. I don't think that I ate. I can't think of one thing that I ate like that.
Bro, you just hold on because we have to read. I wanna just go back to this. So you just sit down at home at your table with a fork and you just eat grass.
Who the fuck sits down at a table with a?
You don't have salad dressing on your salad.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Tell me
He
what's
said
in your
it's
salad.
grass. He called it grass.
It's 100% grass.
It's not grass.
It's vegetation. It's grass.
All
Anyway,
vegetation's grass.
all
huh?
vegetation's grass.
Just what?
All vegetation's
So
grass.
squash is grass. Cucumbers,
Bananas.
grass.
They're all nasty.
Let's play a game. Is it grass or not? Ready?
All right.
Apples.
No. Apples is a fruit.
It's vegetation.
It's just not a vegetable.
It doesn't matter. It's
vegetation.
vegetation. It comes out of the fucking
So
earth.
okay, so vegetation means comes out. All right. Well, all vegetables are grass. Let's do that.
All vegetables.
Let's switch
are
it up.
grass.
All
Hey, there's
vegetables
some
are
fruits,
grass,
like
except for potatoes. Because I love potatoes.
is it tomato a fruit?
Yes, it's a fruit.
Good.
But all vegetables.
He looks at you
all
like you're an
vegetables.
Of course. All vegetables
all
are grass.
vegetables
though.
are grass. Period. It's disgusting. Don't eat fucking grass. That's nasty. Except for broccoli.
But they're great
and
for
potatoes.
you. What are you talking about? Like,
And carrots.
and being that you're
And
only
corn.
saying that because I juice now, dick.
You should see this motherfucker's refrigerator. He
you
has
seen it last
he
night?
has a shitload of fruit in his refrigerator, all expired.
Get the fuck
All
out
of
here.
it did. I was like, oh, strawberries.
The strawberries
Those
were the only
fucking
ones.
Strawberries had liver spots on them.
The strawberries. The strawberries were the only things that were expired. When he mentioned it, I was like, "Oh yeah, we could throw those out."
Yeah.
I have green apples. I have pears. I have lemons, limes. I have spinach. I have all.
I put a knife
Fruit and
into
vegetables.
a lemon, and that shit was like.
Get the
Dust came
fuck
out of
outta
it.
here.
It looked like you know how you squeeze the baby powder. I LeBron James that lemon.
Get out of here. See, I buy my fruit and vegetables every week.
See,
you know?
that's the thing with eating healthy like that with fresh food. It goes bad so quickly.
Yeah, and you
have
have
to
to-
do it almost.
yeah.
You have to shop almost like twice
So
a
why
week or
don't you
something.
make it and like put it in the fridge to save it? Like, does it expire? Does it go bad? Or
It gets like that
is
froth.
it because like the women that you impregnate try to drink it whenever they're pregnant?
Sometimes it'll like the buildup will be like that froth.
What, a smoothie?
When I make a smoothie and I sit it in, like if I
Yeah.
do like for a whole week,
Yep.
and maybe I'll put them all in on like Sunday. By Wednesday, the 2 or the 3 that are still remaining, it starts to build that froth up. So you have to put it
and
back
then
in.
They separate sometimes.
yeah.
And actually kind of starts to ferment a little bit faster.
Exactly. So
Gets
I
that
like to just
smell.
do mine like just fresh, and I just
Yeah.
like I said, I just buy weekly and
Yeah.
stuff. So I mean, within a week's time, you're not going to have that many fruits or vegetables go bad. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's weird.
It's a different lifestyle, brother.
That's
you need to come
weird,
over,
man.
man. Superfoods, baby.
No, I'm cool. Thanks anyway though.
So you rather
Um,
just die with your fucking I don't know, chicken
You know-
sandwiches.
I don't
All
like
food
chicken
is either
sandwiches.
vegetables
Huh?
or chalk.
I don't like chicken sandwiches. You know, the funny thing is, I don't think I'm ever going to eat healthy, bro. I think I'm just going, like, if it comes down to it, I may just kick the bucket.
Say fuck it.
Enjoying a nice steak, I may just get that heart attack.
There's nothing really that unhealthy about steak, though.
Yeah, I know. It's delicious.
Steak, and I can't even eat it right now, man.
Dumbass.
I've been only
Fucking steak is amazing.
I've only been
As a
eating
matter of fact,
fish
just
and,
to spite you,
chicken.
I'm buying a steak today to eat it. And I'm going to send you a message of me eating the whole steak. It's going to be a 9-minute video.
I ate the whole plate.
I ate the whole plate.
But, what were we talking about?
Things you used to eat.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
do you guys remember Pixie Sticks?
Oh, yeah.
How energetic did that shit
I
make
used
you?
to. Did you
Ooh,
used
so
to?
good.
Did you used to eat the whole pixie stick? I used to
Like
eat the
with the
whole
plastic
or
too?
the plastic one. I used to just chew.
Chew it.
Like I used to just chew the whole straw. I didn't eat the straw. I just chewed the whole straw until the flavor was gone. It was like giraffe gum or zebra gum.
What's such a bad thing to put on the market? Like, just put a stick full of fucking sugar and sell them to kids for like
Yeah.
10 cents a piece, and
No,
then they
yeah.
buy like fucking like 40 of them.
Let me tell you something. I think the candy industry are single-handedly responsible for any kid from 1981 to 1989 smoking. And the reason why
Oh,
is
candy
because of those
cigarettes?
little candy cigarettes,
Yeah.
those little ones with the gum in them that you and blow out the sugar.
yeah.
Yeah. They just
Yeah.
got us into a habit.
Love those things.
Got us into a habit.
Contributed to
Well,
obesity
fuck
as
you,
well.
Candy World.
They also had like the chalky ones too. They weren't bubble
Yeah,
gum. They
those
were
ones
just
were
like
disgusting.
skinny-
That was the
yeah, they
candy
were.
corn of candy cigarettes.
My favorite growing up was like Swedish Fish.
Oh yeah,
No,
so
it
good.
wasn't. You like candy corn.
Get the fuck out
I
of
like
here.
candy corn.
I didn't like
You
candy
like
corn.
candy
I
corn,
do.
Double D?
I do.
I'm sorry.
I didn't like candy corn. Wasn't my thing.
Swedish Fishes. My favorite one growing up is Fruities.
Fruities. Oh, look. So
Favorite ones, hands down.
in school,
There's no candy better.
One of my teammates, his grandma, like he loved Fruities, but his grandma would come to the games and bring back, like, I don't know where she got these from in Detroit, but it was like a huge bag of like either green or blue Fruities and all.
And you didn't snuff her and take them?
No, she would give us, like, when she found out that I wanted some, I was like, dude, they don't sell those back in Pittsburgh. There's no way. And he was like, well, next time my grandmother comes down for a game or so, I'm gonna just tell her to bring a bunch.
Yo, tell them
like
to
bags of
to
it.
double down. I
Is
need me
it-
some of those. Tell her to double down.
It was crazy. Like, you should have seen. We were so excited. Where'd you get those Fruities from? He's like, yeah, my grandma brings these down from Detroit,
It's
man.
amazing, man.
When
That
I was
is
in elementary
amazing.
school, across the street, we had there was a little store that sold candy and ice cream and everything, and all the kids would go over there before and after, and they had actually penny candy still.
The penny candy
But it was like in the
Kins.
back
Remember
room.
Kins?
This dude was
Kins.
kind of creepy.
and Gills. Sorry.
I was just saying that he's like kind of creepy, and he was it was like in the back room if you wanted penny candy, and his mother was like back there because the house was attached to.
Okay.
So if you wanted penny candy, he'd be like give you a bag, and you have to go in the other room to get it. And his mother was just like
That
sitting
is
there at
scary.
watching TV. She's like this old decrepit woman.
Oh wow.
She's like, come in. Come in.
My
I-
pretties.
Yeah.
heard you want candy.
Yikes! Can imagine he was luring little children back there.
Every 10th child got a prize.
Oh, Warheads! Do you guys like
no,
Warheads?
the basement.
Warheads
That's what
were
the prize
good.
was.
Yeah.
Warheads were good.
Warhead. I think Warheads were responsible for the first challenge, like Warhead challenge. How many you could put in your mouth without
Yeah.
passing the fuck out or having a seizure. Those things were so fucking sour when I was young, man. Especially the lemon ones.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
What about
those
the-
things would crush your eyes.
What about the peach rings or the apple rings?
Oh, I like the peach
What?
rings. Yeah.
I don't like peach.
You don't like
Never liked
anything.
peach. I don't like you, bitch.
Hey we did do recommendations and closers.
Oh shit. We're back.
I mean, we don't have to.
I didn't stop it. Okay. I feel like we should keep it at anyway. Yeah. Well, Double D, what's your recommendation?
Don't have one.
I definitely don't have a recommendation.
Okay, no, I do. I recommend do not propose in public. It's putting a lot of pressure not only on the woman but on the other people that you are holding hostage in this situation. It's uncomfortable for everybody involved. And plus, if she says no, well, first of all, you should know beforehand if she's going to say yes or no. And don't put yourself in that situation if you think she's going to say no.
That would blow hard.
That would.
All right, I'll go. My recommendation is, guys, stop giving a fuck about what any and everybody thinks of you. This is so fucking stupid. And as soon as that happens, society was going to be so much better. Stop caring about what people think. So that way you can carry yourself the way you want to carry yourself and be whomever you want to be. That was my recommendation. That was my closer. I don't know. What is my recommendation? What was my recommendation? Double D. What was my recommendation?
Stop caring what people think.
No, that wasn't it. Shh.
Do
I
not
watched.
Shush me ever again.
I watched. What the fuck was that movie that I watched the other night?
Blade.
No, but that is a fantastic. That is actually a really, really good. movie.
He watched Beaches.
No, that movie's not even funny
With
to
Bette
me.
Midler.
I don't even
It's
like.
not supposed
It's
to.
not
be
supposed
funny.
to be funny.
It's a sad ass.
Beaches?
Yeah.
He doesn't know what we're talking about.
No, I don't know what you're talking. Because the Beaches I'm talking about is like the movie with the dude that plays.
There's
you know
no
what?
dude in
No,
this
no,
movie.
I want to hear this.
The movie with the dude that plays in.
Come on. Come on, please.
Don't coax me. Booty Call.
Jamie Foxx?
No, not. I know who Jamie Foxx is. You asshole.
Tommy
the
Lee
other
Davidson?
one. Yeah, Tommy Lee. He's on a beach with another dude.
So you think the movie's called Beaches?
Hold on. No.
He's referring to Brokeback Mountain.
Actually, I like that movie. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see what's so funny.
He's on the beach with the other dude.
No, he's on the beach with the other dude, and there's all these chicks around. You know what I'm talking about? Like on the cover of the movie, it has like a chick's legs, and it has them both like in the sand, like their heads buried in the sand, and it has the chick standing up, and it says Beaches across it, like on her ass.
I'm gonna look this up while you.
That is hilarious.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
No, Beaches is like
Pootie Tang?
No, I know what Pootie Tang is.
Beaches
I don't
is
know
like a
if you do.
sad, like it's a very sad and emotional movie. And Bette Midler stars in Beaches, but you seem like you said you really love songs and you really love chick flicks. It's a chick flick.
I would never watch Beaches, and I would never watch Bette Midler.
She was on some show, and
You
the
know
guy
something?
goes,
I probably watched like 9 movies with her in it, and I
Probably.
just didn't know who she was.
probably. But she was on some show, and this guy was like, "Hey, man," I love that movie you did.
I'm in the middle of my closer. Shut the hell up.
He's like, "What is it called? Bitches?" And she was like, "No, Beaches."
Dude, I'm getting nothing.
All right, man. I gotta find the name of that.
You
movie.
falsified that one.
Yeah, that was it. That was my recommendation. A movie that I didn't see. So peace.
All right. So my recommendation is stay out of dark alleys at night.
Why is that a recommendation?
Because some people, like you, are a person that takes chances like that. Fuck that. I'll walk down a dark alley. Anyway, I don't even know why we're talking about that. But in closing, one, Kareem Hunt, you got to get yourself back on track, man. You know, you've dug yourself a hole there. The Fury fight, my opinion, Fury won. But, and I think that we need to...
You notice at first it was the Wilder fight, and then it became
the Fury fight. Yep, exactly. But I think that what we need to do is there needs to be some sort of I think the judges need to be accountable for some of these decisions that they're making, or there needs to be some sort of insight to the process of the decisions that are being made for these fights. Because if it's more so for lucrative reasons and just to create a part 2 of each fight with these super fights, then you're robbing the public. Don't propose in public like this. Stop, dude. Like, that's... What are you doing? You're fucking shit up for, like, every other man. Like, now women have this expectation that a man has to propose on top of the fucking Empire State Building. Like it's ridiculous, you know? Like it's crazy.
You just want to do the least amount. You just want to do the least as possible.
I just would like for the woman I'm with to be normal and understand life, and why should that even
Did you
matter?
say normal?
Normal.
Yeah, good luck
Normal,
with
the
that,
cat
Hart.
from Garfield.
Normal.
Just want her to be normal.
And then as far as like foods we used to eat, man, as a child, man, I had a great time. I mean, Cheetos and lemon heads and those days. I won't get those back because I juice now, but you know. But yeah, that's in closing. That's all I have.
But yeah. Other than that, I think we're done here. Are we done here?
I think so.
we're done.
All right, let me get my voice.
There we go.
Hold on. Why do I always fuck it up? All right. Hold on. All right. I can't get it. All right. All right. All right. This is another episode of the New Filter Podcast. Make sure you interact with us. Follow us on all of our socials and email us at
EMPnetwork412@gmail.com.
All right. Thank you, Double D. And signing off, this is Remorseless.
Me, Double D.
Heart.
Did you say heart?
He said heart.
No, I said art.
No.
I think you said
He
heart.
said heart.
I said art.
He said it.
No, I had something. It was something in my throat. Pause.
Heart. Yeah, there was something in your throat. It
Yeah,
was pulling
your
on your
heart.
heartstrings.
Heart. That lump in your
Heart.
throat, that's your heart. Swallow that. Put it back where it belongs.
All right, man. Thank you for
You think you're
listening.
big time? Oh, do you, huh? With your self-proclaimed hot topics, mediocre discussions, cookie-cutter charisma, non-personal personalities? That's just all cute, but this is No Filters. We can give a fuck less. Don't panic. We'll only sort out what's what. And after you've realized you're at the bottom of the hill and you can't see us, you can reach me, Art, and the rest of the No Filters family at Facebook, EMP Network, Instagram, EMP Network 412, no spaces, and Twitter at Network_EMP. Man, fuck this. I'm out.
Art, where you going?